injuries. 7 players suffered the devastating injury this season, including 3 high-profile stars that went down in the playoffs. Boston's Jason Tatum, Milwaukee's Damian Lillard, and Indiana's Tyrese Halliburton. Several medical experts interviewed for a story on ESPN.com attribute the torn Achilles tendons to overuse and accidental circumstances. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA championship Sunday after playing 98 games in a 6-month span. Major League Baseball has confirmed plans to host the HBCU Swingman Classic on July 11th during All-Star Week in Atlanta. The Swingman Classic, an all-star game featuring HBCU players from around the country, gives the players a chance to show their skills in front of Major League scouts. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai, your host and White House correspondent. I'm in touch, and so you be in touch. Be sure to follow me on all the social media platforms at Dr. Nii-Quartelai, at Dr. Nii-Q, just DRNIIQ, and boom, I pop right on up, fresh for you to follow. Also, be sure to subscribe to A More Perfect Union podcast. That way you'll never miss an episode. Last but not least, download the KBLA app so that you never miss an episode. I hope y'all are staying cool out there, because let me tell you something. Here in Washington today, it feels like 115 degrees outside. It feels very hot. And I don't know why I had the good idea, or so I thought, to pre-record an interview that you don't want to miss. I'll be sharing that with you a little bit later outside. What was I thinking? But I'm back inside where it's nice and cool. But be sure to check on your neighbors, check on your friends, make sure everybody's doing all right, particularly here on the East Coast where it is sweltering, but in other parts of the country as well. All right, now it's time for your national news roundup. It's time for you to decide the good, bad, and ugly headlines of the day. This headline, not so ugly for Democrats. Mamdani's defeat of Cuomo offers Democrats a path out of the wilderness. We were just having this conversation here just yesterday with Dr. Jonathan Collins of Columbia University, who was in New York and was optimistic about what might happen in the race for New York City mayor. The Guardian reporting that the party was on its knees. It failed to beat Donald Trump, a twice impeached convicted felon, and lost both chambers of Congress. Didn't get any worse than that. Since November, Democrats have been searching for a path out of the wilderness. You know, I've been talking about that here on this show. And just yesterday, this Tuesday, they found one. But instead of celebrating Zohran Mamdani's apparent victory in the New York mayoral primary election, the first major Democratic contest since Trump's win, many in the party establishment went into panic mode. Mamdani, who's 33 years old, a self-described Democratic socialist, who would be the first Muslim mayor of America's biggest city, represents a unique threat to the entitled elites, the gerontocrats, as they call them, and the consultants who have helped take Democrats' approval rating to a record low of, get this, 29%. 29%. His defeat of Andrew Cuomo, a 67-year-old from a political dynasty vying to come back from a sexual harassment scandal, could hardly have been better scripted as a pivot point for Democrats who ruined their brand by closing ranks to cover up concerns over former President Joe Biden's decline, or so they say. Cuomo, bankrolled by corporate donors and endorsed by the former president, Bill Clinton, and the former New York mayor, Michael Bloomberg, personified the twitching tail of a dying animal. Mamdani, an aspiring rapper turned state politician backed by Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a fellow New Yorker, represented a dare to imagine what a post-Trump future might look like. It was a campaign that triangulated. They had a good ground game. They had digital style, might I add, a lot of digital swag, and policy substance. Mamdani was a shoe leather candidate who put himself all over the city. He talked to countless voters. He projected optimism without sounding preachy and had thousands of volunteers knocking on doors multiple times. I saw an interview earlier today. My friend Clay Kane was pointing out the fact that I think 20% of Black New Yorkers did not vote for him. Right. And so that's nothing to snuff at. It's going to be important to take a hard look at the coalition of folks who came out to support him, but also what it's going to take to get the coalition of folks who didn't support him as a first choice or second choice to come out for him in November. But this is some of the biggest political news of the day, a political earthquake, if you will, in part because the Democratic establishment didn't seem to see this one coming. And this moment is really offering us a window into what the future might look like for Democrats. Organized labor, as I understand it, didn't play so much in this contest. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens between now and November. But a bit of good news, dare I say, a dose of hope for Democrats in the wilderness. In other news, the Griot is reporting that Trump Jr. says that Barack Obama getting the Nobel Peace Prize over his father is affirmative action. Can't make this stuff up. Donald Trump Jr. suggested that the former president being Black is the reason he has been awarded a Nobel Peace Prize and that his father was not. The statement comes as President Trump and some Republicans' voices have expressed that Trump deserves the more than century-old Swedish honor bestowed upon recipients who have promoted or achieved peace worldwide because of his deal-making in various international conflicts, most recently the Israel-Iran conflict that has, for now, resulted in a ceasefire. For years, dating back to his first term in office, Trump has vented about Obama. He's vented about Obama's Nobel Peace Prize and the fact that he has not received one on his own. Last week, the president told reporters that the prize awarded by the Norwegian Nobel Committee on behalf of the estate of Alfred Nobel should be presented to him for helping to tamp down several wars, including between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, Serbia and Kosovo, India and Pakistan, and even the Abraham Accords peace agreement, his first administration's brokered deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. Obama received his Nobel Peace Prize in 2009, just 8 months into his administration. The Norwegian Nobel Committee honored America's first Black president for, quote, extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples, particularly for his outreach to the Muslim international community. I'm going to let this one just sit because the idea of Black folks being worthy of nice things, the idea of Black folks being worthy of recognition, the idea of Black folks getting something that they ain't getting and they haven't gotten, that's not our burden to carry. I'm going to leave that right there. In other news, the USA Today is reporting that Chuck Schumer has been hospitalized as this DC heat wave rages. I was telling you all at the top of the show, this heat ain't nothing to play with. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was hospitalized today after feeling lightheaded in the gym. Washington has been boiling this week with the Mid-Atlantic region under a start of summer heat wave. Temperatures in the capital have reached above 100 degrees in recent days and hit a high that feels like 109 degrees the day that Schumer went to the hospital. That's according to the National Weather Service. And so remember, I think it was yesterday I said it felt like 115 degrees, and today I said it felt like 115 degrees. Well, you don't got to take my word for it. The National Weather Service is saying it feels like 109 degrees, right? And so nothing to play with. Make sure you're hydrating out there. Again, make sure you're checking on the elders among us to make sure that they are cool, literally and figuratively. When we come forward, I'm looking forward to sharing with you an interview I did earlier today with a podcast host that is destined to be a star. You heard it here first. Don't let anybody tell you different. When we come forward, you're going to meet my friend Jessay. He is a co-host of the Silver Lining with the Old Gays podcast on iHeart. You're listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. More when we come forward.
KBLA Talk 1580. Racism,
voter suppression,
miseducation,
wealth building,
gun violence, homelessness. What's on your mind? We're listening around the clock. We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai, and he is Jessay, the co-host of the Silver Linings with the Old Gays podcast that everybody is talking about. If you haven't already, you should download it for free on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere podcasts are heard. Jessay, welcome to the show.
Thank you. So good to be here with you.
Well, it's so good to have you here. First of all, tell us, what attracted you to this project?
Well, they came to us, and it is a project where we've lived through so much of it. So we're sharing it with our younger viewers and our non-educated viewers who are interested in knowing what is going on in this world with our health and with everything.
With everything, and there's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
In our country, in our communities.
Yes.
In some ways, does it feel like deja vu?
Girl, we worked so hard when I was little to get rid of all this stuff, and now they're trying. But we are a new generation, and before my mom died, she said, "Use your voice." So I'm trying to use my voice in any way that I can and to put me out there so that people know you're not alone in this. We're all in this together. We are family.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm getting ready to break out and sing the Dream Girl song.
I know. Everything's a song with me when I talk. So
no, that's just fine. That's just fine. I mean, it is Pride Month, and there's no better time of the year than to be reminded of how far we've come, even in the face of how far we need to go. But we'll get back to that in a second. But let's talk about the levity that you all are offering up in the Silver Linings with the Old Gays podcast. Are you all really having this much fun, or are you just performing for the microphone and for the cameras?
Well, this isn't a performance. This is serious talk. We do that. We have all of our sides, the serious sides and the fun sides, because we're just trying to get out there and put some positivity and something to laugh with out there with everything, the poison that is going on in this country right now. So unnecessarily. Just, okay. Let's calm down. Calm me down.
No. I mean, look, I would imagine for somebody who has lived through so much that you thought was in the rearview mirror, only to find yourself facing elements of it yet again. I can only imagine what that feels like. I mean, it's not just you, Robert Reeves, Bill Lyons, and Mick Peterson round out your fellow co-hosts on the Silver Linings with the Old Gays podcast. How did y'all meet?
We're neighbors. So it just started. Our manager, Ryan, and his husband, John, thought this all up. They were all living together. They were living together with Bob and Mick. And what did they say? John called us the old guys. And it's old guys. It's old gay sounds more fun. And we got it. And some people were offended by that. I says, well, if we like it, it's okay. That's all that matters. It's not up to you. Because we're old. We're not dead. There's a difference between old and death. We're old. And I'm proud to be old. I love being 71 right now. I really do. And
you say you're 71? You're 71 years old?
Don't you tell me that now. Yes. for two more weeks. No, till the end of July. Yes, and I'll be 72. But I've always just aging hasn't bothered me. I'm still a silly little kid that I've always been. But I did have to grow up and give up toys. Or they're different ones now. They're cars and things like that. But yeah, I tend to I want to laugh a lot. And it's been hard lately to laugh, but we're doing our best to continually spread the love. And we've been going since 2018, just before COVID. And life has changed for us old guys getting to retirement age. Our oldest, Bob is 81. Bill just turned 80. I'm 71, and Mick just turned 70. So.
Wow. So talk to us, what's the hardest thing? What's been the hardest thing for you growing old? For folks who may be less familiar, before I returned to journalism, I worked in public affairs and advocacy. One of the organizations I worked for was AARP, where I did a lot of work. Hey, wonderful. That focused on seniors from a whole lot of different communities, including the LGBTQ community. So I had a chance to really learn a lot about some of the unique challenges that LGBTQ older adults have as they get older. But talk to us about what's been the most challenging part of growing old, even though you don't look it.
Doctor appointments. That's all we sit and talk about. Four of us who has, what's your appointment? That's the big thing going on between recording. Go to the doctor and then come back to work, and just moving forward. But as I say, I don't think I am in a bad place because I'm healthy. It's a different generation of adulthood for us. Because we have more to keep us going. We're in California where we don't have the cold at all. Right now we're having 108-degree weather, and I'm sitting out here just smiling with you, but you're outside too. But
we in this together.
We in this together, and as I fan and fluff here. But just right now, the toughest thing for us is the mess that this country is in, and it really hurts. And I don't like to be angry, but sometimes anger is good if you know how to harness it and to speak to and not yell at people, even with their differences. Don't go down to that level.
That's good advice. That's very good advice. And in this podcast, you all are serving up more than just a little bit of wisdom. Is it true that you all have over 300 years of combined wisdom?
Ain't that true? We got it, whatever it is. And we're having fun with it. And we're growing with each other still and learning from each other. There's still things we don't know about each other after all this time together. And it's
what? What's the one thing?
They have to tell their own business now.
Oh, okay. We're going to let their business be their business.
Their business, yes.
Okay.
I only answer for Jessay.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's some wisdom right there. If more people out there would just answer for themselves, they may not find themselves in a situation.
Yeah.
So the silver linings with the old gays, it is produced by iHeartMedia.
Yes.
And a lot of people might not think to go to iHeartMedia for this kind of content. Talk to us about what it's meant to you to have this content distributed by one of the biggest podcast platforms in the world.
To me, I love our young people. I love our young people, and they are learning that you're not dead at this age. Some people are, but some people were dead when they were young, so they didn't. You gotta be able to laugh and live and move. Don't stop moving. That's when you die. That's when it all starts to go downhill. You got to keep moving through pains and problems and keep the positive energy flowing through you. And it's hard sometimes, but you learn how to do it kind of as an adult. And it was from my growing up. My mom and dad were very calm and smooth. So I found that I'm like them. I stay like this even when I'm mad, because once something comes out of your mouth, they can't go back in. So think before you speak. Young people and old people and middle-aged people.
Talk to us about what some of your observations are of young people. There are multiple generations right now in the workforce, in the world. You got, the greatest generation, the traditionalists that are out there. But you also have folks like me that are millennials. You have Gen Z that don't quite see the world in quite the same way, nor should they. I mean, we've been shaped by so many different world events. What are some of your observations of Gen Z? Like, in what ways do you wish your generation was more or less like Gen Z?
I'm proud where I am with our generation that I'm in. We used our brains more. We used our bodies more. Everybody is just or with those phones. We need to learn to communicate. That is a big problem. Seeing people sitting around with their friends and nobody's saying anything. Why are you together? It doesn't make sense. I don't like it, even though they make me do it sometimes. But I'm a face person. I'm a telephone. I like to talk to you. And now I've started, I don't text me. I speak it, because I get tired of typing, because I just want to communicate like I was raised up doing. Step away from the phone, step away from the computers, step away and get to know your family and your friends, because you'd be surprised what you would learn if you put these toys of ours down.
So speaking of family, Jessay, talk to us about your family and what they think about you co-hosting this podcast. Are there any rules like, okay, talk about yourself, but don't talk about us? Or does your family sort of delight in hearing you, include them in your journey?
Well, I will tell you this. All of my immediate family are gone. I'm the Lone Ranger. But my nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews, they watch it. My cousins do. I didn't say anything about this. My churches love it. I haven't run into problems being gay anywhere. Like I've seen some people go through. I don't know why. The universe is taking care of me and watching over me, and I am full of gratitude. But I haven't lost a friend. I mean, to anger, saying you're gay, I guess they knew. I don't know how they didn't. But my mom didn't know. She was so shocked. I go, Mom, look at these pictures. Mom, I says, Mom. She goes, honey, you're just my baby. And I am so blessed to have had a woman like that who loved me unconditionally. She had to, the way I was as a child. But her patience won out. And I miss them and their wisdom to me.
And what advice would you offer to parents out there? Maybe they just learned that their kid is a part of the LGBTQ community, or their kid is just sort of, getting a sense of who they are and experimenting a little bit. What's your advice to those parents, those grandparents, those family members that are unsure how to support or if they should support?
What you should do is just love the child. They haven't changed. They're just telling you something you didn't know. So now you're having to go, I'm hearing all this, oh no, oh, you're going to hell and all that stuff. Baby, you're going to be surprised who the Dickens is going to be in hell and who isn't. And stop judging people. Take time. Ask them questions. Educate yourself as a person or as a friend, as a pastor. I am seeing lately, oh my God, the most amazing things on the internet from Black ministers who are now saying, stop this judgment. They are as human as you are. You know, we're in this thing together. Let's join together and help each other and lift each other up instead of putting each other down, because we don't want to, we're not the ones that are liking them little kids, you know. We're size queens. So, or it's adults, but they put all of this craziness on gays, but it's mostly, as you see, the straight people, the politicians, and all these people sneaking around. So stop judging and show more love. You'll be happier. Your world will be happier, and you can help others who are in the same position, who have kids coming out. I'm sure it's a shock. I don't know how my mom and dad did it. Well, my dad will forget it. Well, but anyway, he wasn't. He was a cop, so you know, black cop, daddy. So I had to come from this to this, yeah, man. But it hurt, you know. So just continue to be you. And also, when you come out to your parents, they need time to go through all of this in their brains. You know, this is a new thing. So have patience with them have patience with people that you're coming out to, and let them catch up to us. You know, we've been going through this in our heads, but now they're just like on a new thing. So love is love is love is love.
I think that's great advice, a great reminder to give folks an opportunity to catch up to where we're at, to extend love and compassion in that way, and in hopes of getting that same love and compassion back. When we come forward, Jessay, I want to get a little personal with you. And, you know, talk about the love or the loves of your life when we come forward. You're listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking to Jessay, the co-host of Silver Linings with the Old Gay podcast, available on iHeart and wherever podcasts are available.
The audience is listening, thought-provoking, eye-opening, heart-rendering. This is where authentic voices meet powerful discussions on culture, community, and change. This is where Black voices matter. He's breaking boundaries, amplifying diverse perspectives, and tackling the issues that matter most to you. You're inside A More Perfect Union with Dr. Nii-Quartelai on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. An Illinois apartment complex is being sued by the local authorities after residents say they've been without air conditioning for several weeks. Nicole Scott Johnson says it's been miserable.
I just want them to get the matter resolved. That's all. We have to stay here.
The property's landlord says the AC problem should be fixed by the end of the week. This comes as meteorologists say for the last several days, a harsh June heat wave has grabbed parts of the United States by the collar and just wouldn't let go. Forecasters say places like New York and New England will start to feel better, but mid-Atlantic and southeastern areas, they won't feel relief until at least Friday. Sticking with the heat, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was rushed to the hospital early this morning. Reports say he was at the gym when he said he felt lightheaded. Doctors say he was dehydrated. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Is this the tether? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
I'm a bad man. The NBA may have to do some soul-searching in the offseason about the increasing number of Achilles tendon injuries. 7 players suffered the devastating injury this season, including 3 high-profile stars that went down in the playoffs. Boston's Jason Tatum, Milwaukee's Damian Lillard, and Indiana's Tyrese Halliburton. Several medical experts interviewed for a story on ESPN.com attribute the torn Achilles tendons to overuse and accidental circumstances. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA championship Sunday after playing 98 games in a 6-month span. Major League Baseball has confirmed plans to host the HBCU Swingman Classic on July 11th during All-Star Week in Atlanta. The Swingman Classic, an all-star game featuring HBCU players from around the country, gives the players a chance to show their skills in front of Major League scouts. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, y'all, come on.
Here come the drums. At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Did you know that more than 60 million Americans are about to hit the road for the 4th of July weekend? If you're planning on traveling this summer season, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. You can earn up to 35 cents every time you fill up.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app this 4th of July. Use promo code SWIM35 to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Get a limited time 4th of July offer when you download the free Upside app and use promo code SWIM35 for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SWIM35 for a 35 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you, thank you.
Now back to building a more perfect union on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai, and I've been delighted to be in conversation with Jessay, the co-host of The Silver Linings with the Old Gays podcast, available on iHeart and wherever you get your podcasts. So, Jessay, before the break, I was saying I want to talk about love.
Love is good.
Love is good. What's love like at 71, almost 72, as one of the old gays?
As anybody, as one of the old. Well, I love the guys. Right now, I'm just on the edge of starting a relationship, and it is exciting. It popped up out of nowhere, and it's surprising me, and I'm learning how to cope with it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling like a giddy little 18-year-old gay boy, and I love easily, I love quickly, I fall quickly, but I've learned to hold back and not give it all away in the beginning. and I'm enjoying it. I had 2 wonderful relationships, long ones. One passed away, and the other one went away. But I will never give up on love. I will never give up on it. And I am looking forward to the journey that I am on right now because I'm happy. I love being in love with somebody, having someone there to talk to, just to look across the room at and glance and know that you're both on the same page. And your best friend that you can share anything with and know that they're not going to run away. The problem now is people don't want to work on relationships. You get mad, so you go here, instead of coming here. And here is where you heal it and become that best friend again. You agree to disagree on things and move forward.
Wow, that's beautiful. Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Lots been said in the community about, Black gays that may find themselves in relationships exclusively, with white gays.
Exclusively with what?
With white gays. The divide between between folks that only date outside of their race. Yes. Do you have any observations you want to share? I mean, you got 71 years of research to pull from.
I got 71 years of my life, and I look at individuals. I have dated all races. I love somebody who is going to accept me for who I am because I'm not changing at 71. It's grounded now. The person I'm kind of seeing now, we're 20 years apart. And he is white and an amazing human being. But I have my first lover was a fantastic, yummy 6'4" African-American vice president of a bank, and he passed away too. That was the days when a lot of people were passing away in the 70s. And I look at the human, I look at you, and I tell people, take your sunglasses off because I need to see your soul when I'm talking to you, and you need to see mine. I feel like I'm missing something, and I won't communicate with people if they have sunglasses on, even if we have to go stand in the shade. I need to know that you are here with me and not here or there with everybody else while I'm talking.
It's good advice.
Yeah, thank you.
So what do you hope people take away from this podcast? I mean, as much as it makes us laugh and as much as we walk away with a smile on our face and on our heart, what do you really want listeners to walk away with?
Be present in your world. Know what's going on. Educate yourself about life, because if you don't, you're going to be lost. You're going to be messed up. You're going to be behind, wondering what's going on. Keep your eyes open because it's a sick place right now. But I'm not giving up on it. I am not giving up on our world.
You're not giving up on it, and neither are we. In our final minute, Jessay, the show is called A More Perfect Union. And we like to ask our guests from time to time what a more perfect union might look like from their vantage point.
Relationship-wise or friendship-wise?
All of the above wise.
Okay, because your lover hopefully will become your friend.
And when we say a more perfect union, by the way, a more perfect union as in we the people in order to form a more perfect union.
Yes.
We think that certainly doesn't happen by itself. We can't have a more perfect union as a country if we don't have a more perfect union, as folks in community and in relationship with one another.
Yes. Look at people. When you're out here in Palm Springs, I moved here. Let me tell you that. I moved to Palm Springs because I felt seen for the first time in years then. I've been here since 2013, and I still feel whole. Where people walk down the street and say hi to you. People see you, they look you in the eye. In LA, where I moved from, everybody was looking down at the ground. And I used to do the shock thing when I'd go out at my 10 o'clock break from the office and walk and say hi to people just to scare the dickens out of them. And to see them go, oh, hi. I go, yeah. I says, you know, you could get hit over the head walking down the street and you wouldn't know who it was because you're not looking at them. Look people in the eye. Feel secure, because then they know that you're aware, and sometimes it could be somebody coming to hurt you, but because you stood up and changed your body position and walked with confidence and said, I'm coming towards you, so I'm aware of what you're looking like, what you're doing, and everything. Be aware of everything around you. We still have such a wonderful world. It's just some sick people. And we've had sick people all the time. We just have more. We see it more because of the internet.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
the good
right.
old days were when I had ABC, NBC, and CBS and nothing else.
But you know what? But now you've got KBLA in a more perfect union. You sure do. You sure do.
I sure do.
Our thanks to Jessay, the co-host of Silver Linings with the Old Gays podcast. It is available for free on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere podcasts are heard. Thank you, Jessay. Give my best to your co-host.
Will do, and thank you so much for inviting me. And it's really been fun. It's my first time doing a single interview.
There's a first time for everything. You've been listening to A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580.
Striving to make America a nation as good as its promise. This is A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need Need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We face tragedy, but we don't fall into despair. We continue our work to build a more perfect union.
You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai and it is time for the quiet part out loud. There is so much happening here in Washington that will undoubtedly have a material difference, make a material difference on your life, on my life. The so-called Big Beautiful Bill, well, it's making its way through the United States Senate, but Trump's signature policy bill is facing trouble on multiple fronts in the Senate, as reported by NPR. Senate Republicans are racing against the clock, trying to meet President Trump's demand that they pass this domestic agenda bill by July 4th as they work to resolve major sticking points inside the GOP conference, while Senate committee leaders have made several significant changes to the bill in recent days. The issue of funding for rural hospitals has emerged as a major roadblock. Funding for rural hospitals. Senate GOP leaders are also waiting to learn if major tax provisions in the bill meet the strict Senate rules for what can be included in the bill and still pass with a simple majority vote. The Senate parliamentarian, who's a nonpartisan member of the body's professional staff, is still reviewing those elements to make sure that such a direct impact on the budget, to make sure that it has a direct impact on the budget, among other regulations. Several provisions in the House version, such as one of barring nationwide judicial injunctions, have already been cut in that review. Senate leaders initially hoped to release their bill early this week, but the debate over hospitals and taxes and other issues are threatening to undermine Senate Majority Leader John Thune's goal of passing the bill before the week is done. Senator Thune can only afford to lose 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 GOP votes in order to pass this bill. Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because what you're doing is working. For all you folks out there that are organizing protests, for folks who are lighting up the Capitol switchboard, for those of you that are on social media are separating the facts from the fiction and reminding people of the real impacts that this bill will have on their lives if it's passed. Those stories, those efforts, they matter. They matter. Each and every day we end the show encouraging you to do what you can from where you are with what you have. Today is no different. Keep going. It makes a difference. And so, particularly when it comes to the fight over Medicaid in rural hospitals, you know, Medicaid, which provides health coverage to low-income people and is one of the largest payers for healthcare in the United States, has been among the most difficult provisions in the bill. At issue is a directive that the states cut the tax that they impose on Medicaid providers from 6% down to 3%. And a lot of critics out there say that tax is an important part of the funding equation in many states, and they say that the change will result in major challenges for rural hospitals that rely on that money. So it's a part of a complex formula that determines how much federal funding is received as a part of these programs that are run jointly with the states. And so, look, when it comes to rural America, it's not just Black folks who live in rural America. And so the fact that you have Senate Republicans that are like, whoa, wait a minute. The impact of this on rural Republicans, that may be a bridge too far. Keep posting, keep calling, keep peacefully protesting. It's making a difference. And we're going to have to leave it there. My thanks to the entire village helps us produce a more perfect union. When we come forward in our next hour, I'm really looking forward to my conversation with Yolo Akili Robinson. Yolo Akili Robinson. Did you know that June marks Men's Health Month? Well, if you didn't know, you're going to know about that and so much more in the next hour when I talk with the founder of the Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective. He is a powerful voice reshaping how Black men think about care, think about healing, think about our masculinity. You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. More in our next hour.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. We're hearing more from Black Texas Congressman Al Green about his decision to file articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump.
No one person should have the power to take over 300 million people to war without consulting